You have expressed this idea that your development within this time period, your changing beliefs and constructs and the ideas that you have been led to, that you have led yourself to realizing who you really are. Now, this time period you call the New Age, and we do refer to it as the shift in your consciousness and the reaching of all humanity to the recognition of the One. But just recently you put forth the idea that, and it was indeed our energy within this, that it is not that throughout the history of humanity, your historical record upon this world in which you find yourself, on this plane of existence, it is not that you started out as a fully enlightened being and then went through this chasm of unknowing, separated from yourself and distraught without that knowledge of your whole self, and then now you are coming full circle to find yourself once again. In other words, you have not lost yourselves and you are finding yourselves. There was nothing lost in your conception of self. You were merely diverted from that focus. But there was nothing wrong in the diverting of that focus. There was not anything wrong with your intense focus upon the physical reality in which you find yourself. There's nothing wrong with you forgetting that you indeed only you create your experience, and nothing wrong with ignoring the meanings and the awarenesses that are found therein. You intended, when coming into this lifetime that you find yourself, you intended to learn and expand your own consciousness. And in doing that, you expand the nature of consciousness in totality. You expand the existence of all that is. And all that is actually all that ever exists in the moment. And all exists within the one moment. All from your past and your future. All from different planes of realities, different existences, those physical and those non-physical, all probabilities. That which ever existed in all forms or non-forms, all exists within the now, within your present moment, within all present moment. And through this present moment, and your learning, and your knowing, your discovery and your curiosity does change the nature of all that is. Now, your intent through different lifetimes upon your plane of existence, you did not intend to lose yourself and then find yourself in a desperate act of salvation. You have taken the paths that you have taken in order to find more of yourself, to discover more of the nature of your own consciousness. That is what you can do within your physical realm and how you do it. If you can at any moment to draw yourself back from human history, look at it in a symbolic manner. Look at your wars and your devastation as peaks and valleys if you must. But if you could look over the great expanse of your human history and see and perceive the symbolism therein. Now, of course, you would love for us to tell you what that symbolism is. But some of you have already guessed that symbolism is quite individual. Each of you will have your own symbols that connect you to your inner self. They do connect to your dreams, your understandings of your own self, your own multidimensional self in relation to all of consciousness. When each of you do understand the symbolism for you and how you perceive your human history, and when you take the next step in understanding how your physical body relates to that human history, your next step would be then to consider all symbolism from all individuals. You may access this knowledge within inner reality. You have access to all of this knowledge and more. And the contemplation of all individual symbolism will give you a grander and a keener sense of the explanation of the nature of your reality. We are not explaining how it is that nature, but we are explaining why it is. For understanding the nature of consciousness must mean that you understand the history of mankind within your realm. Those of you who do acknowledge this, contemplate these quite abstract ideas, bringing yourself back in perspective and taking a look, a grand look at humanity, you will find yourself just a smidge more enlightened, and that enlightenment will shine like a beacon. You will influence others, lead others to that realization. Of course they must get there themselves, but you will guide. And all that means is that you will shine a light from your own inner self, that the others will know that it is possible, that these explanations exist. You will each find that your voice that you search for is within your own inner self, that that voice is actually the light of your consciousness, finding its full expression within your realm. And that is all on this subject for now. And we end.